Capital Community Television, in cooperation with Salem Kaiser Public Schools, presents the CCTV Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the Crescent Valley Raiders and the North Salem Vikings. Hello everybody, I'm John Piper. We're at North Salem High School tonight for Valley League Boys Basketball, featuring the top two teams in the league, the Crescent Valley Raiders and the North Salem Vikings. Joining me in the telecast tonight, Harv Shibothi. Harv, Crescent Valley, one of the top scoring leaders in the league, and Colin Oriard.
Absolutely. In fact, as a junior, nobody has scored more points in the Valley League history.
The North Salem Vikings, on the other hand, a very balanced attack thanks to that great junior class.
Outstanding junior class. They have 4 kids in double figures, but what they have, John, is varsity playing experience. 2 years ago, North made a commitment to start a lot of freshmen, and it's paying off.
All right, we're looking forward to a great ball game tonight. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program is provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference.
Commander Cadet Captain Michael O'Reilly, Cadet Commander Sergeant Major Bill Gibby, Cadet First Sergeant Anthony Jackson, and Cadet Staff Sergeant Barry Porter. Please remain standing as long as the colors are on the floor. The anthem will be sung by representatives of North Salem Choir. Tonight, for Vikings High School Crescent
Join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper and Harv Chabot. We have some technical difficulties here, but we're working on that, so we're glad you could join us. And Harv is making his way back upstairs. Glad to be at North Salem High School. Always a great place for a basketball game, and you couldn't ask for a better ball game than tonight's game, with Crescent Valley and North Salem tied for first place in the Valley League with 11-2 records. And the season is coming to a close, so this is an important ball game for both these teams. Harv making his way back here. And just in time, Harv.
The fun's about ready to begin, John.
And it's going to be very exciting to watch Colin Oriard, number 3 scorer in the Valley League.
He's a very good one, John, averaging 21.3 points per game.
Crescent Valley also features Seth Trimmer.
Boy, this crowd is pumped, John.
It's been a long time since North Salem has been in this position, and the crowd is going to do everything it can to help the Vikings win tonight's ball game.
Brad Evert with the rebound.
Elliott Alexander, number 20, coming off a big game for the Vikings. Well, when you play North Salem, you've got to look out for Marty Reid and his three-point shooting.
Absolutely. Marty has really emerged. In fact, I think he's one of the top 5 players in this Valley League.
Marty Reid off the iron this time. Consley picks up the foul as he goes after the rebound.
Well, you can't blame Kevin for his hustle there. All-out effort by Kevin Consley.
The crowd, though, has to be worth a few points when you come to North Salem.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when on a night like this.
They've got their hard hats on tonight.
Yes, it's hard hat night, John.
Thank you, Harv.
No, that was, I found that out when I came in the front door.
A turnover. 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Still no score here. North Salem and Crescent Valley. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television in Salem.
John, this is a very seasoned North Salem team. Even though they're only juniors, a lot of these kids have been playing varsity ball, in fact starting varsity ball since their freshman year. Prior to that, most of these kids played together in youth basketball over in West Salem, so they've played together for quite some time.
Foul goes against Seth Trimmer. Trimmer, I believe, signed to play football for Oregon State, didn't he?
Yes, he did. We talked about McNary and the football athletes they have. Crescent Valley much the same way. A lot of multi-sport ball players out here tonight.
Both teams having difficulty getting a shot up, as defensive intensity very high here at the start of the ball game.
Yeah. This is like a playoff game, John. And of course, it has all kinds of playoff implications.
A foul goes against Colin Oriard, so both Trimmer and Oriard pick up fouls here early in the first period. That could be a big factor.
We'll keep an eye on that. First foul for each.
Oriard averaging almost 22 points per ball game.
As we mentioned at the outset, he has at this point more points than any juniors ever had in the Valley League.
Alexander can't get it to stay. Alexander coming off a 28-point ball game against West Albany on Tuesday.
He is the leading scorer, but not by a whole bunch over Marty Reid on this ball team.
Ball kicked away by Consley.
Consley and Evert, 2 other players in averaging better than 10 points a game so far. And really on any given night, John, any one of those 4 could lead this team in scoring. Consley has a 30-point ball game this year already, too.
Lob pass inside. The ball goes off of Alexander's hands, and that one probably would have gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
but neither team really able to get anything going here. 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go. No score first quarter. We're at North Salem High School.
Well, huge implications in this ball game tonight, and both teams just probably a little bit too high emotionally. They need to settle it down.
Brett Evert. Evert had the ball tipped away. It came back to it, and he's called for traveling. Brett Evert averaging 11.3 points per ball game. 4 players on this Viking team in double figures. A very well-balanced team.
Absolutely, and Everett's average hurt a little bit during a period where he had a very bad ankle.
Seth Trimmer puts Crescent Valley on the board. They lead by 2. 5 minutes to go, first quarter.
Very unselfish Viking team.
Kongsley loses the basketball. It goes out of bounds, and it will go to Crescent Valley.
Oh, I'm not sure. I thought the Vikings deserved that one, but don't have a replay up right now, or at least a replay monitor, so we can't analyze that one for the fans.
Nice pass, but the Crescent Valley player, number 32, Bottomley, couldn't handle it. Alexander spins. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
And maybe on Olliard again. Let's see.
Trimmer picks up the foul. That's 2 fouls on Trimmer.
Well, it had to be either Trimmer or Olliard, so one way or another, a big score was going to get into foul trouble here.
And Olliard is out of the ball game. Into the ball game, number 33, we don't have on our roster.
Yeah, they probably gave us their home numbers.
Elliott Alexander puts the Vikings on the board. One more shot. Alexander with 2 free throws.
We got a tie ball game.
And number 33 is Kevin Bird for Crescent Valley.
Good tight defense by the Vikings.
Bird unable to connect, and the foul is going to go against Mark Jackson.
Over the back, trying to get to the rebound, but the Vikings had great position.
Crescent Valley foul charge number 30, Mark Jackson is first. 14th foul, Colin Oriard returns the Warriors.
Oriard back into the ball game for Crescent Valley. Shot comes up short for number 24, Kongsley. Crescent Valley with another opportunity as they pick up the offensive rebound.
Boy, they're flying to the boards, John. This is not crashing the boards, this is flying to them.
Almost a steal by Alexander.
Elliott Alexander, not only an excellent offensive player, John, with his quickness, he's one of the better defensive players in this league, too.
3 minutes, 43 seconds to go. We're tied at 2, and I don't think anybody really expected this kind of ball game. Nice pull-up jumper by Oriard.
Chris Shepard into the ball game for the Vikings. Another one of that junior class.
The Vikings almost throw it away. Good thing there's not a shot clock here in high school basketball.
No, there's not. Danye Davis also in the ball game.
Maybe that's not a good thing. You know my feelings about that.
I think I've heard it a few times, John. Well, I'm not a fan of the four corner, obviously, either. So.
Alexander gets it over to Marty Reid.
Strategy is one thing, but you want him to play basketball.
Lob inside to Evert. Evert is on the baseline. And turnover.
Very close call. Vikings going to challenge the ball.
Traveling.
I think most of our fans at home could have called that one, John. Didn't have to wear a striped shirt to see it.
2 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Our score, Crescent Valley 4 and North Salem 2. Into the ball game for North Salem is number 32. That's Jeff Reyna, 5'10" guard.
Chuck Robinson trying a lot of different combinations early.
Marty Reid.
Marty can flat out shoot it.
Reid with a 2-pointer. We're tied with 1 minute, 58 seconds to go.
Defensive pressure almost pays off.
But Crescent Valley comes back the other way. Kevin Bird with the basket. 2-point lead for Crescent Valley. Jump ball as Marty Reid is tied up by number 23, Alan Stewart. It will be Viking basketball.
Possession arrow to the Vikings. And again, both offenses trying to get untracked here.
Untracked is a nice way to say it. Lobbed inside, knocked away by Stewart. I just don't think that lob pass is there.
No, Crescent Valley's not going to let it inside.
Reid. And why didn't Marty Reid shoot that ball?
I thought he would, and he normally does.
Stewart charged with the foul. That's his first foul, but it's already 5 team fouls for Crescent Valley. North Salem with only 1 team foul. And the Vikings will inbound under their own basket. Bad pass by Evert is stolen by number 23, Alan Stewart.
Well, so far, the defense and the rebounding kind of the key for Crescent Valley.
Stewart off the iron. Danye Davis with the basketball. Davis banks it off the glass.
Excellent move and body control, Danye Davis.
Stolen by Alexander. And the Vikings really need somebody to step up here. Take some shots. There's Evert. That's off the mark.
Wide open.
Everybody's so tentative here tonight.
Yeah, both teams. Big ball game, first place in the Valley League at stake.
Traveling. Number 32, Bottomley, get a little bit too excited there.
Yeah. Well, both teams understand that after tonight, one of these teams is going to be in first place, and there'll only be 4 games to go.
5 seconds, the ball almost stolen by Stewart.
Passes just a little bit light and sloppy on the part of North Salem so far. A couple of steals so far, and near steals also for Crescent Valley.
That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, North Salem 6 and Crescent Valley 6. And understand we're going to take a look at that fast break. Walk us through that, Harv.
Without our monitor here, John, it's going to be pretty hard to do.
We are having a few technical difficulties here at North Salem, and I think that both teams are having a few technical difficulties too, but hopefully they'll get things going. Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. It has been a fun season. We've seen some outstanding players in this league. I don't think we've had this many good players in a while. We've got Sean Kintner out of McNary High School. And of course, Adam Maston at Sprague. Then we watched Ryan Roberts from West Albany, and he's an outstanding ball player.
Well, I think the encouraging thing, John, is we've just got an awful lot of juniors, and that's, I think, what's encouraging. We're going to see these guys back next year.
Oriard will not stay. And Evert yanks down the rebound. Reyna, ball is blocked. Comes back to Reyna. He gets it to Evert. Evert with a nice move, banks it off the glass, and the Vikings up by 2. Oriard is fouled by Danye Davis.
Well, the good news, John, is our monitor is back up. We'll be able to do some of those replays that our fans love to see.
Second team foul on the Vikings. Lob inside to Oriard. Oriard can't get it to stay. Evert with the rebound falls down. He's called for traveling. Oriard tried to put that up, catch it, and shoot it right away, but it would not stay. And then the rebound came down, but Evert unable to maintain his feet, and he's called for the travel.
Too bad, because it was an excellent rebound by Mr. Evert. We have a 5-second call, John. They didn't get the ball in the bounds. Excellent defense by the Vikings. Vikings a chance for the biggest lead of the evening.
Everett gets it over to Alexander. Alexander banks it off the glass, and a 4-point lead for the North Salem Vikings. Elliott Alexander coming off that 28-point game against West Albany on Tuesday.
Well, he got an excellent pass that time from Evert, who could have shot it himself, decided to go to the open man who had a better shot. And a travel.
Crescent Valley having all kinds of trouble with turnovers in this early part of the ball game. They trailed by 4, 6 minutes, 46 seconds to go. North Salem 10 and Crescent Valley 6. Davis unable to convert as he drove down the baseline.
He was a little bit too far underneath the rim and couldn't get up a clean shot. A little foul. Looks like Brett Evert, I believe, number 34. Let's see if that's the call. No, it's not.
Elliott Alexander picks up the foul.
13th foul. Chris Shepard returns to the Vikings.
Only the 3rd foul, though, on the Vikings. They're in relatively good shape in that regard.
Three-point attempt. Alan Stewart.
Alan Stewart.
Well, that's one way to get back in the ball game in a hurry.
Shepard for three. Chris Shepard.
A lot of Viking fans have been waiting a long, long time for him to take some of those outside shots. Big one for Chris.
Three-point attempt, off the mark, rebounded by Alexander. Over to Davis. Davis, nice move, and he gets the bounce. Donnie Davis.
Stolen.
Blocked by Oriard, but he's called for the foul. That's 2 on Oriard, 2 on Trimmer. And the Vikings with a 6-point lead, 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go. North Salem 15, Crescent Valley 9. And Crescent Valley is going to take a timeout here.
Well, to be honest, John, this second quarter has been all North Salem. Take away 1 3-point shot from Crescent Valley, and they're scoreless. All right, watch this. We got the pass coming inside, and Alliard, I believe in this play. Here's the foul right there. Big foul for Alliard. As you mentioned, John, their 2 top scorers, both facing 2 fouls, and we've still got 5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Oriard averaging almost 22 points per ball game, and Seth Trimmer, the other part of that outstanding duo, averaging almost 14 points a game. Both those guys with 2 fouls, and we still have 5 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the second period. So big decisions now for Crescent Valley coach Bruce Reid. He's got to decide how much does he want to risk here in this first half. The Crescent Valley Raiders have only come up with 9 points so far.
All right, here we go. Elliott Alexander at the line, leading scorer so far tonight.
Two shots for Alexander. Second shot will not stay, but the Vikings up by 7, 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go.
Well, Oriard is sitting right now, John. That decision has been made. And now is the time for the Vikings to see if they can extend that lead while Oriard's down. Good defense. It's rotating well.
Stewart with a tough try, will not go, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line, and Alan Stewart is going to be taking on more of the scoring responsibilities now with Oriard on the bench.
Yeah, he's going to have to, no question, John.
Into the ball game for North Salem, number 30 is Rodney Alexander, Elliott's brother.
He's the older of the two. He's the senior.
2 shots for Stewart. One of the interesting things about the North Salem gym, it's the only gym that we go to where you have people sitting in the stands right under the basket, and the free throw shooters got to look at some of those Viking fans there.
Yeah, it's really the one gym we have in Salem where fans are in all 4 corners of the court.
And of course those Viking fans encouraging Stewart to miss those free throws. Well, wide open shot there for Reyna.
You got it.
The Vikings a good 3-point shooting team. They've had some opportunities. They've cashed in here in the first half.
Real tough defense.
Trimmer for 3.
That's the way you solve that zone.
Good ball movement by Crescent Valley results in a 3-point basket for Seth Trimmer. Rodney Alexander can't get it to go, tips the ball out to Marty Reid for 3. Marty Reid, 3-pointer. The 3-pointer starting to add up for the Vikings.
Well, Marty had 30 of those coming into the ball game, so it's not a rare occurrence at all, as you mentioned, John.
You can see the athletic ability of Seth Trimmer. Three-pointer off the mark. Kongsley chases it down, loses the basketball. Three-point attempt off the mark. Rebound and the putback. Trimmer can't get it to go. But number 32, Bottomley, gets the second putback.
That time we didn't do a good job of boxing out North. There's an answer right there.
Rodney Alexander.
So what you need in a big ball game, the other team scores, you come right back, John, and pound it inside and put it right back in. Back up to a 9-point lead and a chance to make it 10. Watch Rodney Alexander here, John.
17 foul. Basket by Rodney Alexander.
Pass inside. He's got great position inside. Goes up for the lay-in, gets fouled. Chance for a three-point play for the senior. One of the two seniors on this squad.
Alexander with the free throw gives the Vikings a 10-point lead. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. North Salem 25, Crescent Valley 15. And Oriard back into the ball game, had to sit down for a spell with 2 fouls.
Well, I don't think Coach Reid wanted to wait too long. He felt this and maybe slipping away.
Stolen by Reyna. Jeff Reyna playing quite a ball game tonight.
Excellent defense by the Vikings. They are playing as a team right now, John. That's the difference.
Marty Reid open for 3. Off the mark this time. Rebound by Oriard. The shots are there, though, and when you've got a shooter like Marty Reid, you want him to take them.
Absolutely. We mentioned 31 three-pointers now from Marty this season.
Kevin Bird with a nice move. He is fouled. He'll go to the line. Rodney Alexander charged for the foul. Back into the ballgame for the Vikings is Brett Everett, Chris Shepard coming back in, and also Danye Davis.
Rodney Alexander gave him a chance to rest Evert. Some excellent minutes by Rodney. 3 points during that period. Picks up a foul, but basically outscored the man he was guarding, or at least matched it, and can't ask for much more.
Kevin Kongsley also back in for the Vikings, number 24.
Crescent Valley wanting to get the ball inside, but the Vikings defense isn't going to let it happen.
Seth Trimmer misses everything. Alexander comes up with a basketball.
North Salem Vikings forcing Crescent Valley to go from the outside.
Everett is trapped inside, so he brings the basketball back out top. Cross court to Kongsley. Kongsley gets it into Marty Reid. Marty loses it out of bounds.
Marty claiming that it was knocked out.
Ball stolen by Kongsley, then stolen right back by Trimmer. Trimmer all the way, he scores. Seth Trimmer, an exciting player to watch.
He's a senior, he's got 6 points now.
Vikings up by 8 with 59 seconds to go, first half. Lobbed inside to Everett, knocked away. Davis comes up with it and puts it in the hoop.
Oh, Danye Davis with a drive to the basket. Talk about a flat-footed defense on that one. Nice play by Danye.
.30 seconds to go, first half. North Salem up by 10. Trimmer with a nice move, banks it off the glass. Seth Trimmer has been impressive tonight.
Absolutely. He's been the one thing that's kept Crescent Valley in this ball game. Very steady, 8 points.
Alexander for three, yes!
With 1 second on the clock, he hits it, John, to end the half.
Elliott Alexander has the Viking fans on their feet, and rightfully so. A great play by Alexander as he watched the clock run down, put the ball up in the air, nice high arcing shot, nothing but the bottom of the net. And that shot by Elliott Alexander gives the Vikings an 11-point lead. Our score at halftime, North Salem 30 and Crescent Valley 19. We're going to be back with Gary Horowitz from the Statesman Journal right after these messages from our sponsors.
Support for tonight's program is provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize a weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference. Joining me now, Gary Horowitz, sports reporter for the Statesman Journal newspaper. Gary, this is kind of an unusual ball game. Only 6 points scored in the first quarter, but North Salem kind of got back on track there in that second quarter.
They certainly did. I'll tell you what, they're not going to score 100 tonight. As you know, in the past few weeks, they've been putting up some big numbers. I think both teams are loosening up a little bit, getting into the tempo of the game, and North was able to hit those threes. They hit about 4 of them in that second quarter, and that's key for their offense.
They have some outstanding players on this North Salem team, and they all really started out as freshmen, now they're juniors, and it's really paid off for Coach Chuck Robinson.
That's the amazing thing about this team. They start 5 juniors. They're all going to be back next year. They're ranked 10th in the state right now. They're good inside, they're good outside. They shoot the threes, they full court press. You got to love the way they play.
A lot of interesting teams in the Valley League this year and a lot of outstanding players. I think more outstanding players than I've seen in a while. One of them, obviously, Sean Kintner from McNary High School.
Well, as you know, I'm new to this area. This is my first year, but it is wonderful basketball. Kintner's an excellent talent, probably the most physically gifted player in the league. You've got Adam Masson over at Sprague, who I think is really doing a good job of carrying that team into the playoffs. And Colin Oriard out here for Crescent Valley. He's off to a little slow start, but he's the best inside player I've seen in this league. I look for him to get things rolling here in the second half.
Seth Trimmer, also an outstanding player for Crescent Valley.
Yes, he is. In fact, he's kept him in the game here. He's got 9 points. He's a good outside shooter. He's a good penetrator driver, and from what I understand, a very good football player as well.
Well, basketball, of course, not the only sport going on right now. Wrestling, finishing up the season. You were here for John Horn's final match. Must have been a thrill for all those Viking fans to see John Horn going out as a classy guy that he is.
What a great story that is. The man's been coaching for 35 years, and his son Casey, as you know, won the state championship last year at 126, came out in a presentation before the match and put the state championship medallion around his father's neck. It was really a touching scene.
Swimming also going on. I understand you were down at the swim meet today.
They do keep me busy at this paper, don't they? I'm telling you. Yeah, I was at the Valley League District meet in Corvallis. It was preliminaries today. Tomorrow will be the finals with the winners going on to state next week.
All right, we're going to put you on the spot now. Basketball. Who's going to be #1 from the Valley League?
Boy, you didn't tell me it was going to be this rough. I think it's going to be North. I think certainly the winner of this game, but I like the way North is playing. I think they're going to win the league.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot for joining us, and let's enjoy the second half.
Thanks a lot for having me, John.
Let's go back to Harv Shabothi for our first half statistics.
All right, we're back ready to begin the second half. We've got a minute to go, but let me give you some of the scoring so far. Elliott Alexander has led the way for the North Salem Vikings. He has 8 points, none bigger than the three-pointer to wind up the first half. Adanya Davis has added 4, Marty Reid 5, Chris Shepard 3, Rodney Alexander has 3, Jeff Reno has 3, and we have 2 points for Brett Evert. Leading scorer for the Crescent Valley Raiders is Seth Trimmer. Seth has 8 tonight. We had a big contribution. Stewart coming off the bench added 4 points. That basically has kept Crescent Valley in the ball game. Deep. Okay, we had one excellent ball play exhibition, really a one-man effort. Danye Stewart driving to the hoop kind of set the tone for the Vikings. This is kind of the aggressive play that in the second quarter enabled them to build this lead. John, you're back amongst us.
Back amongst us. Always great to talk with Gary Horowitz, the new sports reporter for the Statesman. I guess he's not that new now. He's been here about a year, but Gary does a great job, and I really appreciate the positive reporting that he does for the Statesman Journal.
Well, nobody covers high school sports better than Gary. He does a tremendous job down there.
And Gary, of course, mentioning how busy a time of year this is with the Valley League swimming meet going on in Corvallis. And Capital Community Television will have complete coverage of the finals of the Valley League swimming meet, so be sure to watch for that. And also coming up, I believe, the following week is wrestling.
Following week is wrestling, and we follow that week with the girls basketball playoffs, and then we're into the boys basketball playoffs. So a real busy time of the year, John.
North Salem Vikings with an 11-point lead, 30-19 as the second half gets underway here at North Salem High School. North Salem in the white uniforms, Marty Reid really starting to light things up with that three-point shot.
Well, Crescent Valley never has gotten that offense untracked, and that's been one of the differences in the ball game, but credit the defense of the Vikings for that.
Evert lost the basketball, but Elliott Alexander right there to clean up and put it in the bucket.
10 points now for Elliott. Excellent defense again. We've been talking about it all night. It's been the difference in this ball game, the defense of the Vikings.
The Vikings have done a job on Colin Oriard, number 3 scorer in the Valley League. And he has, picked up 4 points, Harv?
I don't think he's got that many, John. I got him at 2. But the real key has been the number of fouls he's picked up.
Lobbed inside to Alexander, ball knocked out of bounds, and that lob play just hasn't worked at all tonight, and they keep going to it.
Well, it's kind of been a part of the North Salem offense for as long as I can remember following the Vikings.
Marty Reid pulls up, blocked by Stewart. The ball goes to Shepard, and then Evert. Shepard gets it over to Evert for the nice running one-hander.
Excellent crisp passing on the part of the Vikings. Marty Reid to Shepard to Evert.
Shepard is going to pick up the blocking foul. First team foul of the second half for the Vikings, and really no Vikings in any kind of foul trouble.
No, not at all. That's the amazing thing. They've been playing the much more aggressive defense, and the fouls have all gone the way of CV, Crescent Valley.
There's a lob pass into Bottomley. Inside to Oriard. Oriard, nice turnaround jumper. And Crescent Valley recognizing they've got to get some shots for Oriard if they're going to win it. Alexander for 3 off the iron this time. And Oriard comes up with a rebound.
Kevin Consley almost got it.
Bottomley with a jumper. He's fouled by Kongsley. Six minutes, 7 seconds to go. North Salem 34, Crescent Valley 21. Second foul on Kongsley, and at the line is Sam Bottomley. Bottomley, 6'2" junior. Crescent Valley with a good crowd on hand here coming up from Corvallis. They've got the rally squad and some gentlemen who are
Interestingly
attired. I wonder what store you buy those shirts at.
I see some guys in the NFL buy shirts from the same place, John.
As long as they don't wear with those cheese heads. Evert out to Kongsley with the jumper. Yes.
Nice pass. Kongsley to Evert. They worked an assist not too long ago the other direction.
Oriard, beautiful move, and Oriard showing us on that play why he's been so successful. Really didn't have much of a chance to get going in that first half.
They're starting to get on track now, which isn't really good news for the Vikings.
Lean-in jumper by Evert.
As I indicated, any one of these juniors can take over this ball game for the Vikings. And we have a travel. Could have been called a charge too, but travel was the first call.
Stewart trying to demonstrate what he was doing, but clearly he was guilty.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if it wasn't a travel, he ran over one of the Vikings, so it would have been a charge if they hadn't called the traveling before.
5 minutes, 6 seconds to go, third quarter. North Salem 38, Crescent Valley 25. The Vikings off to a slow start, as was Crescent Valley in that first period.
All right, here we have this excellent pass coming in. Actually, this is the Evert shot. Fakes his man, puts it up and down. Evert, excellent baseball player. Like Sean Kintner, excellent all-around athlete.
Inside to Alexander, the jumper. Oh, what a touch by Alexander.
12 points for Elliott, none tougher than that one.
That's at home court advantage.
Yep.
Oriard can shoot the three. Evert. Ooh, I thought they were going to call Evert, but they call a travel.
Well, he can shoot the three, but he can travel too, John.
Oriard with 10 three-pointers on the season.
Yeah, he can shoot from the outside. Excellent outside shooter for a big man.
North Salem led by 11 at halftime. Now the lead up to 15 points as they got off to a great start in the third quarter. Marty Reid off the iron this time, rebounded by Bottomley.
North Salem back very quickly. Crescent Valley has not been able to get a transition game going against the Vikings.
Trimmer for three. Off the iron this time, rebounded by Bottomley. Nice job by Bottomley.
Bottomley battled for the rebound, got excellent position. And stuck with it.
Marty Reid for three.
He buries that.
Foul after the play, and I think it's going to go against Oriard.
This will be an interesting call if that's what it is. Let's see if we can catch all this action on the replay, John.
They called a foul on Kongsley.
13th foul.
Interesting call. That was a nice wide open shot. Marty Reid plants it. Marty Reid can shoot the basketball, John. Excellent point guard, tremendous outside shooters. I said if I had to pick one of the 5 best players in the Valley League, he'd be on my team.
Nice passing by Oriard, gets it to Bottomley, but then Reyna comes up with a steal. Good basket.
Great individual effort by Reyna. The steal and the hoop. And another steal, Alexander.
Will not stay, but he will go to the line. And the North Salem Vikings causing all kinds of problems. Crescent Valley is going to have to call a timeout. Our score with 3 minutes, 7 seconds to go. North Salem 45 and Crescent Valley 27. The North Salem fans are on their feet.
And they should be. They should be. They're being treated to excellent basketball tonight. Tremendous defense. We've been talking about that all night long, John. That has been the difference in this ball game. And we're going to see a chance, get a chance to see that defense right here in a minute. Here comes a steal. And it's Reyna all alone to the hoop. Nice job.
Nice job defensively for the Vikings. A couple of players coming up with steals, and Alexander will be at the free throw line when play resumes. But North Salem really has dominated this ball game from the start of the second quarter.
Well, they really have, and that's about when the tide turned. What they've been doing is forcing Crescent Valley to shoot from the outside, and Crescent Valley does have one good outside shooter, but we haven't seen anybody else really step up from the outside and put it down. The shots have been there for them, and North Salem saying, take it from the outside, we'll let you do it.
Wonder if I could get one of those hard hats.
Well, I think they were giving them away when you came in, John.
Glad you could join us on Capital Community Television. John Piper, Harv Shabothi, and the rest of our CCTV crew at North Salem High School. Always a fun place for a basketball game. It's very exciting, a smaller gym with lots of noise, lots of fan support. And this year, the Vikings with a good chance to come out of the Valley League as the #1 seed as they head into the playoffs.
Well, first place at stake tonight, and again, the impressive thing, John, these guys are only juniors. You wonder about what this team's capable of next year as seniors.
Alexander with the first free throw. He'll have one more.
I tell you, with the right breaks, this team has a real shot to go a long, long way in the state tournament.
2 free throws by Alexander. A 20-point lead, North Salem 47 and Crescent Valley 27.
Well, 20 points in high school ball is an awful big deficit to make up.
Especially when you're on the road.
Even at home, it would be tough. Look at this defense again. Swarming defense by the Vikings.
Nice play, Trimmer to Oriard.
Oriard is stepping up for Crescent Valley, showing us why he's the 3rd leading scorer in the league.
Crescent Valley beat the Vikings in their first meeting. Kongsley will not stay. Oriard with the rebound, and I think Evert is going to pick up the foul.
He's kind of frowning like he might be the guilty party.
In their first meeting in January, Crescent Valley defeated North Salem 62-57.
Yep, and in that ball game, it was familiar names. The same guys getting the job done for Crescent Valley were the leading scorers that night too.
Oriard, a pretty good ball handler, Harv.
Yes, he's an all-around good ball player. And Reyna.
5-second call.
Reyna really giving him a lift defensively. Steal moments ago. His defense gets a 5-second call at this time. Still another one of those juniors. Well, this team, quite frankly, John, all but 3 of the ball players are juniors.
The Vikings really had a tough year when these kids were freshmen, but it's paid off.
Sure has.
Davis is blocked by Bottomley. Nice play by Bottomley.
Bottomley's looked very good here in the second half. Seth Trimmer carried him in the first. It's been Bottomley and Oliard here in the second half.
Will not stay for Oriard.
And here they come, 3-on-1.
Davis. Danye Davis with the soft touch.
They caught him in the transition. And that's going to happen more and more. And there, another turnover. What defense?
The defense of the Vikings is causing turnovers, making steals.
Once again, Reyna gets the job done.
Davis.
Yeah, he's taking this thing over.
Trimmer called for traveling as he thought about that three-point shot.
And this one's over, John. I hate to say that with a quarter left to go, but it's going to be extremely hard for Crescent Valley to even get close in this one.
North Salem was ready for tonight's ball game. Marty Reid with the jumper off the iron. Evert fortunate not to get the call there. Look at Oriard.
My goodness.
Offensive foul goes against Oriard.
That is just a situation of a young man trying to take the game over on his shoulders and trying to do too much. And we have a tee. We have a tee. Or is that a timeout?
There's a timeout. Our score with 43 seconds to go. North Salem 51 and Crescent Valley 29.
Problem on that last play for Oriard, John, is he's got a 3-on-1 fast break. He's bringing the ball down. Normally what you want to do on that play, if you're the man handling the ball, you want to stop near the top of the key. If the man comes out to take you, you pass and hit one of the wings coming in. If one defensive player guards the wings, then your man on the outside takes the outside shot. The one thing you don't do is try to drive it to the hoop and run over the guy.
The Viking defense had a long time to set up as it was clear what Oriard had on his mind.
Yeah. We can see a fast break run the other way, and this will give us a better idea of how one should be run. Here we go, a 3-on-2. Whoops, we didn't get you in part of that, son, because we're back to live action. There it is. There's Danye Davis on the score. Well, Oriard's now going to have to sit with that foul.
Roger Micken in, number 50 for North Salem, getting his first action tonight. Everybody on this Viking team has really done an outstanding job tonight.
Yeah, it's not been any single player.
And I think that's why the Vikings have had so much success. They're such a well-balanced team and a very unselfish team.
They are. On the other hand, they've shown us this season on a given night, one of them can light it up.
Alexander, nice move off the front iron, though. Trimmer with the rebound. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score after 3. North Salem 51 and Crescent Valley 29. North Salem led by 11 at the end of the first half, and they have increased that lead. What is that, Harp? 22?
We have to ask somebody who's a mathematician, John. We need a calculator out here tonight.
It looks to me like about 22-point lead, and there's some of the Crescent Valley folks who came up here. They're having kind of a tough trip. Going to be a long drive back to Corvallis tonight.
Yeah, you always hate to go on the road, and if you play close, you know, it's still kind of a hard trip to make back home, but sometimes when you get absolutely manhandled the way they are so far, that trip's even longer.
The North Salem Vikings have really done just about everything right tonight after that first period. They kind of struggled in the first period, but Crescent Valley also struggled, so it didn't matter too much. They basically started the game in the second period.
Yeah. And the key that's been there all night long, we've said it over and over again, that excellent defense on the part of North Salem. Chuck Robinson been doing an excellent job of putting combinations on the floor to get him points, too.
Another traveling call.
We've seen that more than once tonight. But again, the defense forced it. Trapped the ball, and the offensive player had nowhere to go with it.
Crescent Valley really flustered here, trailing by 22 with 7 minutes 45 seconds to go.
I'm not sure anyone really anticipated this, John. Because Crescent Valley, an excellent ball team. They've only lost 2 games in the league.
Davis Can't get it to go. Knocked out of bounds. It will be Crescent Valley basketball. North Salem, a very athletic team.
They are, and the Vikings aren't letting up. Still picking up their players in the backcourt.
Trimmer for three. Misses everything, but ball comes down to number 22, McChesney, who puts it back in the bucket.
McChesney did a great job of getting the rebound that time.
McChesney will be called for the foul as Reyna took it to the hoop.
Jeff Reyna has been impressive with his all-around play tonight. Not an awful lot of points from a scoring standpoint, but he's played excellent defense, and he's been there when the Vikings have needed him.
Rodney Alexander, number 30, back into the ball game for North Salem. Reyna with the drive to the hoop, gets the roll.
Well, he showed us he can score too. That's 6.7 points now for Jeff Reyna. And another steal.
Davis comes up with it. Davis tries to get it to Alexander. The pass just a little bit too long, but the Vikings looking to get out and run.
Yeah, excellent steal that time by Elliott Alexander. Reyna and the two Alexander brothers couldn't quite connect on that one. Pressure defense, pressure defense.
Oliard can't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds. Crescent Valley basketball. This is going to be a great way for the Vikings to start the Valentine's holiday.
Yeah, absolutely, John. Foul.
Rodney Alexander charged with the foul.
The fourth foul, fifth foul in the second half on the Vikings.
15th foul.
Brett Evert comes back into the ball game for North Salem. Evert has done a fine job on Oriard. Of course, he's had some help.
Oriard tries to hit a three. It's not there. This scramble. Nice job by CV that time on defense.
Oriard comes up with a basketball. Scoop to the hoop.
I think that's what it's called. I think he thinks he's in the NBA. Nice play, though, by Oriard. Once again, though, he had an open man under the basket, decided to take it himself. Maybe that's why he leads the team in scoring.
What a nice athletic move for a big guy.
Absolutely.
And a nice play by the Vikings. Marty Reid with the bucket.
Marty got positioned underneath, and his team needs to look for him.
Three-point attempt by Wiggins. Stewart with the rebound, will not stay. And Kevin Bird can't get it to go. Bird with another rebound and a putback.
Oh, and the boards dominated that time by Crescent Valley.
Reyna dishes it to Evert. Evert with the hoop.
Well, they made that one look easy, John. Nice pass by, as you were saying, Jeff Reyna handled that one very well.
The Vikings have not let up since the start of the second quarter.
No.
Kongsley comes back into the ball game for North Salem. Elliott Alexander will take a seat. McChesney misses. Ooh. Ball goes out of bounds off of Davis.
Rebound belonged to North Salem. Boxed everyone out. Unfortunately, didn't pull the ball in.
Nice inbounds play and the basket. Kevin Bird.
Senior Kevin Bird's come off and contributed 6 points at Crescent Valley.
Evert called for traveling as he lost control of the basketball.
Took an extra step while he was trying to find the handle on that, John. Excellent athletic move by Brett. Once he did find the handle, was able to right his body and put the ball down, but took an extra step to get there.
Another putback, this time by Oriard.
Crescent Valley is dominating the boards right now. The one weakness so far on the part of the Vikings.
Davis with a nice shot, banks it off the glass.
And once again, excellent passing, got the ball into him.
Three-point attempt by Oriard. Rain had tried to save it, but the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Crescent Valley basketball, and coming into the ball game, number 50 is Roger Micken.
Reyna, I think, had his foot on the line. Excellent attempt to try to make the save there by Jeff.
Pass to Kevin Bird. Kevin Bird has had a very good ball game for Crescent Valley.
Well, he's getting inside position, and the Vikings are letting him get that, and he's getting a lot of points from 3 to 5 point range.
Micken is fouled. He'll go to the hoop. Or rather, go to the line.
Go to the line. He hasn't had too many chances to touch the basketball tonight, but aggressively he attacks the hoop.
Oriard picks up his 4th foul. Coming back into the ballgame, number 20 is Elliott Alexander. No shots on that.
Must have called the infraction actually before that, the contact on the shot.
Stewart for 3. Will not go. Oriard with a rebound. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
And once again, as has been the case for most of this 4th quarter, North Salem's Vikings letting the Crescent Valley Raiders get inside position. Again, the only part of the ball game I've seen so far on the part of North Salem where they've been dominated a little bit.
Timeout with 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Our score, North Salem 59, Crescent Valley 41. I don't think anybody really expected quite this type of ball game, but the Viking fans are glad to take it.
Oh, absolutely. Again, you look at these two teams with their records coming in into this evening, and you know, only a couple losses to blemish the Crescent Valley record. They, I don't think, have been blown out as they have in a game like they have tonight.
North Salem and Crescent Valley tied for the lead, but not for very long.
No, that's going to change here momentarily.
And of course, the McNary Celtics still in the running for that #1 playoff spot. They have a 10-3 record, and the Sprague Olympians look like they might have a good shot at that 4th place playoff spot, with Adam Maston really doing a great job over there at Sprague. A lot of young players there, but he's provided the leadership they need.
He has. Yeah, this week has really kind of separated out that race a little bit for 4th place, although there's still a lot of teams very much alive with 4 games left to go after tonight.
One more free throw for Oriard. It has been an interesting year for us, Harv. We've had the opportunity to watch West Albany play, very high scoring team, exciting team. And now Crescent Valley.
I have a hunch Crescent Valley can play a little bit better than what we've seen tonight, John.
Stewart picks up the foul on Marty Reid.
And we must be pretty close to the bonus situation. I think we may have it, in fact, John.
Number 23, Alan Stewart, his second. 15 foul. Colin Oriard returns for the Raiders.
No, not quite. 5 and 6 fouls, so we're not quite there yet.
Shepard finds himself in trouble. It's taken away by Oriard.
Held the ball a little bit too long.
Oriard. Oriard showing us why he is the #3 scorer in the Valley League. And there's Marty Reid all the way, misses the shot. Marty, what are you doing?
Marty shot that one too hard. It was too easy. I think he thought he was going to be contested under there, John, and he wasn't.
Kevin Bird. And Crescent Valley kind of mounting a comeback now, Hart.
Yeah, they are.
They're two within 12 points. Although you did say the ball game was over, didn't you?
I sure did.
Two minutes and 8 seconds to go, a 12-point ball game. As Crescent Valley has cut into that margin, which was as high as 20 points for the Vikings.
And the Vikings being a lot more careful now with the basketball. They understand that they don't want this one to get away.
Reyna tries to dish it off to Micken. The ball goes out of bounds. And I think it went off Oriard.
And Coach Robinson is going to call a rare timeout. Not happy with what he sees.
Our score with 1 minute 43 seconds to go. North Salem 59, Crescent Valley 47. The Vikings led 30-19 at the half. Then they built that lead to 20 points. But Crescent Valley, with some strong play from Oriard and also Kevin Bird, has cut the lead down to 12.
Yeah, and the one key for Crescent Valley, what's helped their comeback a bit, is they finally managed to get their inside game going. And one of the things that has not been particularly bright in this second half for North Salem has been the rebounding. There's been a lot of second shots that Crescent Valley has taken advantage of to get themselves back in the ball game.
Glad you could join us on CCTV. John Piper along with Harv Shabothi and the rest of our CCTV crew here at North Salem High School.
Chuck Robinson did not look happy before he called that last timeout, showing a lot of emotion. Not happy with what he saw going in.
Crescent Valley will start fouling now with 1 minute 35 seconds to go and down by 12.
Strategy that most coaches in most leagues will use. And now we're very close to next foul will be a bonus situation for each team, John.
Evert is fouled again. That will send Brett Evert to the free throw line for a one-on-one opportunity as Mark Jackson picked up 2 quick fouls.
But he did manage to stop the clock, and that's what the Raiders were trying to achieve. Now the key for the Vikings is they need to hit the front end of these one-on-ones. And they're going to get a bunch of these opportunities over the next minute and a half.
Kevin Bird comes back in for Crescent Valley. He's played a fine ball game for the Raiders. Evert with the first free throw. He'll have one more.
These are the kinds of things that win playoffs and win championships, is the ability to convert that one-on-one, because there's a lot of times you're going to have the lead and be faced with this situation.
Evert with both free throws. The lead is at 14. 1 minute 32 seconds to go. North Salem 61, Crescent Valley 47. Oriard with a nice fake. Can't get it to go. Micken with a rebound.
Good, strong rebound by Micken.
Alexander is fouled by Stewart.
Well, really the only hope left for the Raiders was to do exactly what they've done here the last 2 trips down. And again, the important one-on-one situation.
Alexander with one more opportunity. Another fine ball game for Alexander.
Leading scorer on this squad, leading scorer tonight. Right now, John, I have 5 Vikings in double digits. It's kind of been the kind of thing we've been used to seeing all season from this team.
Micken picks up the foul, pushing Bird. That will send Bird to the free throw line for a one-on-one opportunity.
Well, Roger Micken getting a lot of minutes here tonight. That will be important as they progress through the playoffs. Getting some minutes for their 6th, 7th, 8th players.
Two free throws for Kevin Bird makes it a 14-point ball game with 1 minute, 1 second to go.
Kevin Bird has made quite a contribution coming into the ball game late in the first half. Has 8 points here in the second half.
Long pass from Evert down to Micken.
Call a touchdown. And we have a travel.
Traveling the call goes against Mark Jackson.
Oh, I wonder if our replay boys have that one in the truck.
The fans are on their feet here at North Salem High School.
Brett Evert with the steal again.
Evert is fouled. Mark Jackson picks up the foul. I think he's the designated fouler for Crescent Valley.
I think so. All right, we're going to see this play here. Watch Brett Evert gets the excellent outlet pass from out of bounds. Micken is behind the defense, and here comes the stuff that brings the crowd to its feet.
The North Salem Vikings are going to start their weekend with a bang tonight. A great way to go into a 3-day weekend for the North Salem Vikings. And the fans, they're saying the obvious. Harv, you predicted that earlier. It's all over.
They didn't listen to me then.
Great crowd on hand here tonight at North Salem High School, and what a proud tradition the Vikings have.
Brett Evert joins the crew in double digits.
North Salem has gone through some lean years on the basketball court, but I think that's pretty much over now.
Like I said, John, watch this team next year. I mean, they're there now. They may be there even better next year.
Stewart misses the shot.
There we go again. Ooh, intercepted.
Oriard for 3. Off the iron. Micken comes up with a rebound. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Micken has been very impressive on the boards here late in the second half. And he has a mighty big 2 points that we'll all remember for a while.
He's another one of those juniors, the North Salem Vikings, with most of the team made up of juniors. And now Coach Chuck Robinson putting in some new players.
And a tremendous ovation from the North Salem fans. For their starters, their 6th, 7th, and 8th players who just did a tremendous job tonight.
And it really was an all-around team effort by the Vikings.
Absolutely. They've had 8 and 9 players score tonight. I have 5 and make that 6 in double digits right now. An excellent team effort.
Micken with the first free throw. Scott Seifer, number 44, comes in for North Salem. Earlier, Aaron Turpening came in for the Vikings.
And even bigger cheer as Marty Reid comes off the floor.
Micken with 2 free throws.
Here we go, another fast break, could be a jam. Oh,
Turpening hits the deck hard.
They're going to call that intentional, John.
Aaron Turpening taking it strong with the bucket, hits the floor hard. Intentional foul against Crescent Valley. Turpinning up and walking around. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Well, he took a few hits like that during the football season, John. Let's watch it. Aaron breaks. He's all alone, and watch him be undercut here. Goes up for the hoop. He's defenseless there, and that's why they call the intentional foul.
Two shots for Turpinning, the quarterback for the North Salem Vikings.
Like I said, used to taking those kinds of hits. Usually has a little more padding on.
Turpinning, a senior for the Vikings.
Yeah, he and Rodney Alexander, the two seniors on this team. Give you an idea of how junior-oriented this is. Aaron getting just his first moments in the ball game here in the last minute.
20 seconds to go. North Salem 68, Crescent Valley 51. Micken banks it off the glass. The ball game is over, and the North Salem Vikings are all alone in first place in the Valley League. Our final score, North Salem 70 and Crescent Valley 51. Just a huge team win for the North Salem Vikings tonight. Outstanding performance by a lot of players, and hopefully we'll get an opportunity in our post-game show to talk with Coach Chuck Robinson and a few players. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors. Support for tonight's program was provided by South Salem Pizza Hut on Commercial Street Southeast. Pizza Hut, making it great again and again. By G.I. Joe's. G.I. Joe's, the sports and auto store with 2 convenient locations in Salem. Seize the weekend at G.I. Joe's. By Chemeketa Community College. Chemeketa offers a first-class education close to home. For any career goal, get your start at Chemeketa. And by Portland General Electric. PGE, the power to make a difference.
Huge win tonight for the North Salem Vikings, defeating Crescent Valley 70-51 and moving into first place in the Valley League. One of the keys, Elliott Alexander. Elliott, outstanding ball game tonight. Both teams got off to a very slow start in that first period. Second quarter on, you guys were on fire, really dominating. What were the keys in your mind?
Well, really, our key, we held Oriard to about 10 points, and that was a big key to North. He's averaging, what, about 20, something like that. And I think we did a really good job with our traps and our pressing, and as a result, we got a lot of points off of that.
You guys also really came alive offensively, and a lot of players contributed tonight.
Oh, definitely. We have a huge bench, and, you know, our key for us, we have, in our minds, we have about 9, 10 starters that could start for us, and, you know, we just used that to the best of our ability and, you know, created the win.
Another key for the Vikings this year has been three-point shooting, especially Marty Reid. You had some other guys step up tonight, too.
Oh, definitely. You know, threes. You know, we live by the threes, kind of. I mean, when we're open, we're gonna bury them, and you know, creates wins for us.
You guys look like you also like to get out and run when the opportunity's there.
Definitely. You know, if it's there, you know, we're gonna get out and you know get some dunks. I think Roger had a dunk at the end there, and you know, it's incredible, it's exciting. You know, fun basketball. It's fun to play. And
what about the crowd here tonight? They had to help you a lot.
Definitely. We got those hard hats in, and you know, it's definitely fun with all the noise. And TV brought their crowd too, so you know it was a great atmosphere for a basketball game.
All right, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Marty Reid. Marty, congratulations on tonight's ball game. As we mentioned, a slow start in that first quarter, but the second quarter was a different ball game. You guys able to get some threes and get a lead on them, but they came back. You managed to hang on and pull away again at the end.
Yeah, we started to run our offense a lot better in the second quarter. We moved the ball a lot, got some open shots. In the second half, we just came out and pulled away from them. Never really, they got it within 12 or something, but we just kept the lead, pulled it out.
The Vikings defense was really outstanding. You shut down Oriard for most of the ball game.
Yeah, our focus was Oriard tonight, and we really kept him way below his average, and we played tough D tonight as a team. and that really contributed to our win.
It really was a team effort, and you had a lot of guys come in off the bench, play some good minutes for you.
Yeah, if it wasn't for our bench tonight, we probably wouldn't have won the game. Our bench was tough, and we need that every game out of them, and tonight we really got it.
Three-point shots, very important. When you had the open shot, you were able to knock down some threes.
Yeah, usually when I get open, I hit maybe 50% of my threes, and tonight I was just on, so hit a couple, and Elliott hit a couple. We all hit some.
Vikings haven't been in this position in the last few years. It's got to be very exciting for you to be on top of the Valley League.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been in first place for a while, but we still have 4 more tough games left, and we got to still play those. Hopefully we'll come out on top.
Congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks a lot.
Let's bring in Coach Chuck Robinson. Coach Robinson, you got a big smile on your face. A lot of things you have to like about this ball game, starting with the defense.
Well, yeah, for the most part, I thought we played pretty good defense tonight. Our guys worked hard. We accomplished what we wanted to do, and kind of keep Oriard down a little bit. And he got a few in the fourth quarter, but for most of the game, we did what we wanted to do there.
We were very impressed with the number of players you were able to send into the ball game, and everybody contributed.
Yeah, that's one of our strengths, is that we have a lot of depth, and sometimes when we substitute, the people that come in do a better job than the people who are out there, and that's kind of fun to see what's going to happen. They give us a little spark sometimes that we don't normally have.
First quarter, 6-6. Looked like neither team was really ready to play.
Boy, it really wasn't our style of game. We got caught up in the way I think Crescent Valley wanted to play, and we talked about it at quarter, and we really talked about it at halftime, that we had to pick the pace up and we had to start pushing the ball a little bit and making some things happen.
You were able to get some fast break opportunities there in that second half.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of it was because they got tired a little bit, and we were able to sub a lot, and we were able to keep fresh, and I think it just eventually wore them down.
North Salem, a tough place to play thanks to the great crowd you have here.
Well, it really is tough. It doesn't hold a lot of people, but they're all right there on the floor, and they're all the way around, and when we fill this place up, it's tough to play here.
Very impressive performance by a lot of guys. One guy that we really thought stood out there, especially on defense, Jeff Reyna.
Jeffrey does a great job. Jeffrey just is in somebody's pockets all the time. He just right there with him, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and next thing you know, he's got the ball, taking it away from somebody or causing a turnover, and Jeffrey's a real spark for us that way.
What's ahead now for the Vikings?
A lot of hard work, because we got hard games left to go. We have to go to Sprague, and they're tough, and then we have to go down to Lebanon, and Lebanon's a tough team, and then we have McNary here, and that's going to be a tough one, and then Corvallis played us really tough. So we got a tough road ahead of us, to get to where we want to be at the end of the season.
Final comments on tonight's game.
Well, I just thought our kids did what we wanted to do tonight. I thought they executed really well, and they picked it up when they needed to pick it up.
All right, Chuck, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Great, thanks.
Chuck Robinson, the coach of the North Salem Vikings. Let's bring in Harv Shabothi for some closing comments. Harv, let's take a look at some of our statistics for tonight's ball game.
Well, John, the impressive thing in these statistics is no one person did the job for North Salem tonight. It was a true team effort. We had 4 players in double digits: Marty Reid, Elliott Alexander, Danye Davis, Brett Evert, all scored in double digits, but the contributions: Chris Shepard, excellent job, hit a 3-point shot, nice passing. Jeff Reyna, we talked about the defense that Jeff played, but Jeff came in and also scored 7 points tonight in addition to that defense. You could go on and on with this list of players. Rodney Alexander, Kevin Consley, all contributed in the score on the scorebook tonight. But the real key is not in the scoring, John. The key was in the defense they played, and that was probably the biggest difference tonight.
Not many people really expected a blowout tonight, but North Salem, once they got going in that second period, they just kept on the pressure.
Well, they did, and in many ways, Crescent Valley never really did get that offense of theirs going. Part of it was Alliard with foul trouble, but Colin Alliard did step up. Yeah, we knew that he and Tremor were
big-time scores for Crescent Valley, and they showed us why they are the 2 leading scorers in the team. When Elliott was able to stay on the floor, he showed us everything and more as far as a big man in terms of his ability to shoot the ball, to pass the ball, and to rebound.
Final comments on tonight's game?
Well, what can you say? It doesn't come much bigger than this, John. You had 2 teams come in, 2 losses apiece. The team that has to defend their home floor did. A big win for North Salem. They've got that 1-game lead now. With only 4 left to go, that 1 game may prove to be very big.
They still have to play McNary and Sprague, though, and those are going to be tough ball games.
Yeah, they are, but quite on the opposite side of the coin, Crescent Valley has a pretty tough schedule. So does McNary. The nice thing about the way that this all finishes out is these 4 teams all have a couple shots at each other yet. So this Valley League is very much up for grabs.
All right, Harv, thanks very much for joining me. It was a good ball game. North Salem High School coming out on top. Final score 70-51. The Vikings defeating Crescent Valley and taking over that first place spot in the Valley League. Before we close tonight, we'd like to thank a few people. First of all, thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to all the people here at North Salem High School for their hospitality. Lynn Freischauer is the athletic director here. Thanks to our CCTV crew for all our great work tonight. And finally, thanks for watching high school basketball on Capital Community Television in Salem. I'm John Piper on behalf of Harv Shabothi and the rest of our CCTV crew. Say goodnight from North Salem High School.